Hey, what's up, everybody? We're going to jump into some boxing today. I'm telling you, we got a big surprise for the next weekend. We got a vet versus a young man. And we're going to talk about May the 4th when we come right back. Welcome to another episode of Ringwalk Boxing Podcast. I am Bean. And we are going to talk about what I was just talking about before. I was speaking of none other than Canelo Alvarez, age 33, versus the up-and-coming young star Jaime Munguia, age 27. Both have a Mexican background. Both are punchers that have power. Two different styles, and we'll break down that here in this segment. So what we're going to talk about right now is the fact that Canelo Alvarez record is 60-2. Only had two losses. 1 year ago against Floyd Mayweather, and then one currently when he went up in weight to light heavyweight, and he lost to Dimitri Bivol. You have Jaime Munguia, 43 wins, no losses, and he puts his O on the line next weekend. Canelo stated that boxing is something that he just passionate about, and that is something that he really, really loves doing. Canelo holds 4 belts, the WBA, WBC, WBO, and IBF belt. He will be putting his belts on the line. In the same aspect, you will have Jaime Munguia putting his 0 losses on the line. And in this day and time in boxing, it's a little different than the era I was raised in, because now 1 or 2 losses, people think that a fighter should retire, which makes no sense at all to me. When you had greats like Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, even George Foreman, Larry Holmes, they all had their share of 2 or 3 losses, maybe 4 losses, but they all go down as all-time boxing greats. So 1 or 2 losses doesn't define you as a boxer. All it means is how you bounce back to show your resilience and your perseverance. And that's what made boxing back in the day. When a fighter lost, he wanted that rematch. If he won his rematch, they wanted a trilogy. You know, it helped bubble up. It helped make the masses really pay attention to it, and it made that third fight the pinnacle of everything, because it's like, this is the tiebreaker. Who is actually going to be the best? So as a marketing and everything, if it happens to be that way, it does very, very great. And then you have Canelo, Team Reynoso, his trainers, and then you have the vet Freddie Roach, the trainer of Jaime Munguia. We also saw that Jaime Munguia and Canelo Alvarez had a common opponent in John Ryder. John Ryder went the distance with Canelo, but Jaime Munguia was able to turn it up a notch and get Ryder up out of there in round 9. So that could be a pivotal thing that he may try to use mentally as an edge to get over on Canelo, to say that I was able to stop the guy that you went the distance with. So let's break down the fighters and what they do. Canelo is the type of guy who a lot of times he starts off slow to mid-pace in the first few rounds, and he progresses, and it seems like as most people would get tired mid-rounds to late round, Canelo was able to go to another gear and break down his opponents. He displayed that when he went against Caleb Plant, somebody who I particularly follow and really like in this era of boxing. Canelo was able to drown him and get him to the later rounds and break him down. And eventually, after breaking him down, he pretty much like strips that opponent's will, and he has his way. With Munguia can kind of be smart throughout the whole fight, keep a certain distance, box and move, sharpen up some of his loose ends. What I've seen in some fights is that he will get kind of reckless to an extent, where he's throwing looping punches, looping lefts and looping rights. And I think he needs to kind of tighten up those punches and not be so wide and kind of bring them in a little bit more. Because I think somebody who's a vet, who's seen everything you can see in 60 plus fights like Canelo, he knows all about the science and ring IQ of boxing. So him seeing a young Munguia swinging wide open punches, Canelo knows how to counterpunch, or he knows how to set up his opponent. So Munguia needs to be very, very careful, especially if it happens to go past 6 rounds, because that's where Canelo's going to really get dangerous. So what do you think about this clash of these two titans coming up on May the 4th? Will it be Munguia getting his hand raised and keeping a 0 record, or will he sustain his first loss against Canelo Alvarez? Will Canelo lose his belts? So let me know what you think in the comment section below. It's going to be a great fight. I'm going to roll with Canelo on this one personally. I just feel like that he has the vet skills. He's seen it all. He's been through it all. He's fought a lot of different styles. And although I'm not necessarily a Canelo fan myself, I still give respect where respect is due. And I know he has the tools, the ring IQ, the ring generalship to beat somebody like Jaime Munguia. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Your predictions, who will win and how they will win in this comment section below. And as always, please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next round of Ringwalk Boxing Podcast. Peace.